traditional powers in this land, Alabama and the University of Texas Longhorns. Hello, everybody. I'm Lindsey Nelson with Roger Staubach here in Dallas. Roger, let's talk about the Alabama offense.
Well, the offense, they run from the wishbone, Lindsey. They run well. They come at you with a lot of different running backs. But they've mentioned they need to play a kind of a Penn State game where they threw the ball against Penn State. Critical passes, big passes. They had 190 yards passing. They need to throw the football to beat Texas.
Well, Walter Lewis is the man they usually try to get in there when they go to the air. He's from Bruton, Alabama, 6'1", 195-pounder. And throughout the year, he exhibited a strong arm. He had 6 touchdown passes this year. Joey Jones is a little man, but he can get downfield and he can gather it in. Joey Jones, 5 feet 9 inches tall, 159-pounder from Mobile, Alabama. Of course, he's not the only receiver. Walter Lewis will not start today's ball game. We expect to see him early. We see him here as he's looking for Jesse Bendress. Bendress, a dangerous pass receiver. Caught 13 passes this year, but 6 of them were in the end zone, 4 touchdowns. Jesse Bendress. And so now there's excitement on the sideline, and let's go down to Frank Lieber.
Lindsey, the Bear is here. Coach, what's your major incentive in this game? Is it the national championship possibility or the fact you've never beaten Texas?
Well, actually, they have a different colored jersey, but we represent the university, we represent Alabama, we represent the conference, and that's what should be incentive enough. I hope we play as well as we can.
You've got number 315. If you look forward to the future now, how many years is it going to be?
I hope 20.
20 more years. How about that? Okay, good luck to you, Coach. Bear Bryant, the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Back up to you, Lindsey.
Okay, Frank Lieber. We were saying, Roger Staubach, that if Alabama goes to the air, of course, it's against that deep secondary of Texas, and that's a pretty good secondary.
Well, Texas has a good defense. They've lost Sims, one of the best football players in the country, but they have depth. Their line of scrimmage is good. Their linebackers are excellent. Outside with Lighting and Schultz, they're big and fast. The secondary is experienced. All seniors back there, and they can pick off the football. They've made a lot of key plays, some interceptions, especially Graham and Bedford.
Dan Bedford had 4 interceptions during the year against Miami, of course. He took it right over to the sideline and then pulled off the interception inbound right there, one of his 4 for the year. And then there is William Graham over there at the free safety. He had 7 interceptions, 7 of the 23 that secondary had. It's against Texas A&M here. It's frequently man coverage back there, but he can cover almost anybody man for man. William Graham, the free safety. So we're talking about the Texas Longhorns. And let's go down to the sidelines now again to Frank Lieber.
Here's a Longhorn coach, Fred Akers. How you go to defense the wishbone? You played it several years ago, but it's been a while. You don't see it that much.
Well, I think anytime you are playing defense, you're defending personnel. We don't expect to stop the wishbone. We hope to slow it down and not be able to be predictable about doing it.
You've been criticized some for your conservative offense. You going to open it up a little bit today?
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
That's right.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach Acher. Let's go back upstairs to Lindsey.
And so now the crowd is ready, the teams are ready, and we're just about ready for the playing of the 46th annual Cotton Bowl game in Dallas, Texas. The Alabama Crimson Tide, the Texas Longhorns with identical records of 9-1-1. Alabama from the Southeastern Conference, the Texas Longhorns from the Southwest Conference. And they have long been powers on the collegiate football scene. And they've both been looking forward to this meeting here this afternoon. The Cotton Bowl has long since been sold out.
All right, Captain Gary, you going to call a coin, sir? All right, Captain. If I miss it and hits the ground, we retoss. Okay, call it. Heads, he's called. Heads, he's called. Heads, it is your choice, sir. He wants the ball. Which one? Turn your back that way, please. Turn your back this way. This team right here wants to toss, elects to receive.
Alabama has won the toss, and the Crimson Tide is elected to receive. Bear Bryant with 315 wins in his collegiate head coaching career. And Freddie Akers in a bowl game for 6 consecutive years. His last year as head coach at Wyoming, and he's had the Texas Longhorns in there 5 straight years. He's over checking with the officials. The officials, by the way, are assigned here from the Atlantic Coast Conference. The referee is Don Safford. The umpire is Bradley Fairclough. The head linesman is Bill Jamerson. The line judge is Raymond Madden. The field judge is Joe Long. And the back judge is Ernest Hackney. off for the University of Texas will be Raul Alegre. Raul Alegre will kick it off. And Alabama has dropped Joey Jones back there deep, number 4. He's a speedster. He is center deep. Weatherman said the temperature would be in the 50s here in Dallas today. The sun is shining. It's a very comfortable football afternoon. And now here comes Alegre. Puts it up. Joey Jones retreats into the end zone. He's 4 yards deep. Will not run it out. Touchback. It'll be put in play first and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Crimson Tide of Alabama. They'll have Alan Gray in there at quarterback. They use the Shakewell system, of course, as far as backs are concerned. Coach Bryant gets a lot of them in and out of the ball game. He's going to be starting Ricky Moore at the fullback here this afternoon. Here it is, Alan Gray. Carter's going to start at left half, Fagan at right half, and Ricky Moore will be the fullback. That's the way they start. Vendros and Crowd, of course, are receivers. Crowd's the tight end, and here's the offensive line for the Crimson Tide. Sisson is starting in the wishbone. On first down, it is handed off and advanced to the 23-yard line. It was taken by Jeff Fagan. Fagan carried on the first play. Diala made the tackle. Kiki Diala for the University of Texas. Here's the defensive front 4. Holly, Darnell, Haynes, and Diala. Schultz, Schenkel, and Lighting of the linebackers. And the deep backs. Gray still has the ball, and he's going long. Taken by Trout. Art Trout, the tight end. It's a first and 10 for Alabama with a completed pass to the tight end at the 45-yard line.
Here's the play, Lindsey. It's a fake inside of the fullback, number 26, Ricky Moore. Gray just drops back, and there's Crowd. He's got coverage downfield. He's really into a zone. The strong safety went for the fake, got over there late. The weak safety was caught up a little bit also, and Crowd found that opening in the middle, and Gray put it right on target.
21-yard pickup on the play. Give it this time to Fagan. Jeff Fagan from the right halfback. Flies in just near the midfield marker as Ralph Darnell comes up to make the tackle. He's a sophomore from North Mesquite. Call it again, a 4 to the 49 to make it second down and 6 yards to go. Joey Jones coming back in. He started the ball game. Jesse Vendros has gone off.
We mentioned up front, Lindsey, that Alabama felt they had to throw the football to be successful against Texas. You just can't ram it down their throat in that wishbone. And Alabama has the capabilities of hitting the big plays. They've got 13 touchdown passes, just over 100 throws this year, so they can throw with success.
Jones in the wide receiver, but he's pitched out this time to Joe Carter. Carter in motion from the left halfback, carries it down to the 29-yard line of Texas. Pickup of 20 yards on the play. William Graham in to make the tackle. First down and 10 yards to go for the Crimson Tide of Alabama.
Well, Gray is very smooth running the option. Here he goes. He's faking the ball inside the 4, getting outside. He's got an option to run. He decides to pitch it out. He pitches it out well, and it's a big gain for Joe Carter down the sidelines. And, of course, last year against Baylor, he was a very big factor in the football game with his long runs.
Alan Gray is a senior from Tampa, Florida. Vendros wide to the left side. Instead, it is handed off to Joe Carter. And Carter piles through to the 25-yard line for 4 yards, making it second down and 6 yards to go. Ralph Darnell in there with Jeff Lighting to make the tackle.
What's interesting about the Alabama wishbone, Gray really does not indicate who's going to get the football. The fullback doesn't even know. It's a read on the quarterback's part, so the fullback has got to be alert to get the football. His number's not called, so Gray can pull it in, stick it out, go down, option to the halfback. No one knows who's going to get the football. Gray has to make that decision.
Jones in the wide left, Carter in the wing left. Give it off to his fullback, Ricky Moore. And Ricky Moore was piled up by John Haynes, the defensive right tackle for Texas. He'll be back there at the 27-yard line for a loss of 2.
You really need good, strong inside play like Haynes produced right there to stop that fullback inside and give the other people, the force man and the end, to contain the quarterback or the pitch man. So the inside play is really critical for Texas. They got 2 young people in there, Haynes and Darnell.
Third down and about 8 yards to go. the ball. Keeps his balance. Throws just as he was hit. Incomplete. No flag thrown. Darnell was putting the pressure on.
Bobby Johnson also was the key guy. He was the safety. He was up close, and he blitzed, but really kind of messed the play up originally.
Johnson queried the referee about the possibility of intentional grounding.
Well, they got Texas offsides.
They're ready to mark it out. A 5-yarder. Don Saffert, the referee.
Illegal procedure. Defense. Third down.
Procedure penalty. Cost them 5. So that's going to make it third down and about 3 yards to go.
Well, usually illegal procedures against the offense, but I think Bobby Johnson, the strong safety who came up and was going to blitz, got across that ball before it was snapped, and they gave it to him, a defensive back, and that's the illegal procedure.
Alabama up there in the wishbone. Look to the left halfback. Joe Carter. Carter got into the 19-yard line, and they'll take a long look now at the possible first down. Eric Holly made the tackle for Texas. It is a 1st and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Alabama has taken the opening kickoff and driven down out of the 19-yard line of Texas, where they have it first down at 10 yards to go. And Joey Jones has brought in the next play, reporting it in at a quarterback, Alan Gray.
Well, they mixed it up on this drive, too. They felt they had to hit the key pass whenever they intend to move the football, and they hit it to Kraut. And they've done exactly what they wanted to do, is throw the ball against Texas.
Carter. Joe Carter from Starkville, Mississippi, a sophomore playing left halfback today, hit by William Graham up from the free safety. And it's going to be marked at the 15-yard line for 4 yards.
This is just a pitch. There's off the wishbone, and you can do whatever you want. You can option, you can fake into the side of the fullback, or you can run basic plays. This time it's just a pitch to Carter going to the outside, and Graham got up and knocked him out of bounds. Graham's a fine safety. He's intercepted 7 passes. He's got good range. He's aggressive, and he's really a hitter.
It is second down, 6 yards to go at the 15-yard line. Carter in motion outside left. Gray with the ball, runs the option. He's at the 10. Ball bounced away, and the scramble is on, and Texas did recover it. They did recover it at the 9-yard line. Texas got the fumble, 1st and 10. Ralph Darnell on the football. Ralph Darnell.
Gray went weak this time on the option, faked inside to Simon again, or to Ricky Moore. Once he cuts back right here, he's got to tuck that ball away. He's got it in his right hand. It snuck through, and big recover there by number 94, Ralph Darnell.
So when play is resumed, the Texas Longhorns have the ball. They have it first down and 10 yards to go, and they have it at their own 9-yard line. The head man of the Alabama Crimson Tide. But Texas now has the ball, and here's their offense. Brewer's the quarterback. Jam Jones and Darrell Clark are running backs. Receivers, Donnie Little. Herky Wall starting today, and Sapelman is the tight end. And here's the offensive line. Here they go now, 1st and 10. Robert Brewer brings them up in an I formation. There's the tight end over. And to the tailback, taken by Jam Jones. He moves up there to the 12-yard line, where he's stopped by Randy Edwards. Incidentally, Steve Booker is playing that right linebacker spot. Thomas Boyd, of course, was dropped from the squad, and Eddie Lowe has an injury. Here's the Alabama defensive line. Warren Love, of course, is the veteran, the middle guard, most valuable defensive player in last year's Cotton Bowl. The other linebackers, and it is Booker starting at that linebacker post, and there are the deep backs. Second down. Moves the tight end over. Jones again. Jam Jones. Gets it up there to the 19-yard line. You'll hear crowd reaction on every play here. Thousands of Alabama Crimson Tide supporters came here from Alabama. Most of them participated in a pep rally in the hotel lobby late yesterday afternoon. But the Crimson Tide gets great backing. And needless to say, in the state of Texas, the Longhorns get even greater backing. Here they, of course, are meeting powerful opponent in Alabama. We're going to get a measurement up here, and it's a 1st and 10. So Texas has picked up the first down. 1st and 10 at the 19.
I think
you're the only fixture in town that people knew more than Bear Bryant. This is 22 years for you in this town. These couple people really know Lindsey Nelson.
I was first here in 1951, and Bear Bryant brought a Kentucky team here in 1952. First and 10 at the 19-yard line. And again, it's Jam Jones to the right side. Fake the fullback, gave it off to his tailback right, and he moved it to the 26-yard line. Robbie Jones in to make the tackle. Of course, you played in this event.
That was in '63, Lindsey, so that goes back a few years also. Here's the counter. It's a fullback goes weak, or strong side, and Jam Jones goes weak to the other side. It's a counter. They try to get the linebackers take maybe one false step, go back to the other side, but the pursuit was pretty heavy, and Jones got about 3 or 4 yards.
Second down and 3 yards to go at the 26-yard line. They're up there in an I formation again. Darrell Clark ahead of Jam Jones. Give it to the fullback that time, Darrell Clark. He averaged 6.7 during the regular season. Robbie Jones, the linebacker, made the tackle for Alabama at the 30-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go for the Texas Longhorns, who are coached by Freddie Akers.
The offenses are really entirely different as far as the concept of philosophy. Texas has the basic I formation, the fullback, tailback, and 2 wide receivers. It's basically the pro set. They can throw from it, but they're a running team. They're fairly conservative. They run the football very well, and they throw on occasion, but they're not a big throwing football team.
Donnie Little in the wide left, one-time quarterback. Jam Jones getting back. Piled up for a loss of about a yard by Warren Lyles, the middle guard. And Randy Edwards assisting on the tackle. It's going to be second down coming up, and 9 yards to go at the 29-yard line. There is no score. We're in the first quarter. 8 minutes, 13 seconds remaining to be played in the first period here at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. Lindsey Nelson with Roger Staubach here in the booth, and Frank Lieber reporting from the sidelines this afternoon. Even up the running backs. By Jam Jones, pushed back hard by the Alabama defense. Steve Booker and Robbie Jones, the linebackers, converging.
One thing that Alabama does, they do it well, Lindsey, they stun a lot. The 3 men up front, the 4 linebackers, they have a lot of games inside. They just don't go straight ahead. They stunt. They try to mesh up. A play might not work one time. You could come back the next time. You have to still believe in it. It could work the next time.
They're in the yard. It's a third down and 9 yards to go. And the pass play. Taken by Donnie Little. And it's a first and 10 for Texas on the pass play from Robert Brewer. Benny Perrin made the tackle. It's at the 46-yard line, first and 10.
Well, as we mentioned, they're not a big passing team. Here's the play-action fake to hold the linebackers. Brewer drops back. Little's got 18 passes this year. Their leading receiver. Nice pass to the outside. Little runs a deep sideline route, comes back a couple of yards, and it's too late for Benny Perrin to get over there. Little, again, makes a nice catch, gets to the sideline.
So the Longhorns.
Right here, Perrin puts the pop on him, but he's got the big gain.
Keep their drive alive as A.J. Jam Jones from Youngstown, Ohio, carries the ball, and Booker makes the tackle. Picked up a yard on the play at the 47. There's Booker getting a start today. Sophomore from Huntsville, Texas. Huntsville, Alabama, I beg your pardon. Little is wide to the right side. Right end across. To the fullback, taken by Darrell Clark. Flies up the midfield, stopped at the 50 by Jockey Klein. And Warren Lyles.
We're going to try to keep Alabama honest. Going up the middle, Clark hasn't carried the ball much this year. He's got a 6.7-yard average, only 202 yards as far as carrying the football, so he's mainly a blocking back. Today he's run a few times early. They're trying to block Babb on Lyles, and that's a real great matchup. 2 fine football players. Babb, the big center, 6'4", 265 against Warren Lyles, one of the best in the country at that nose guard position.
3rd and 6 at the 50. Little in motion back to the inside. Incomplete and almost intercepted. Tommy Wilcox, the All-American strong safety, bobbled it up into the air and then looked for it, but it hit the turf before he could find it.
Robert Brewer was saying something to the referee. He thought maybe Little was held. outside. He would have got about 7 or 8 yards. He tried to force it in there. Wilcox came over the back, and I think he might have been complaining about an early hit by Wilcox. It was close. The ball was a little bit high. Looks like a good call by the official, Lindsay.
John Goodson in deep punt formation. He's averaged 41.7. He's long 58. Joey Jones is deep. Kicks it away from Jones. Rolling toward the goal line. And it's a touchback. It got into the end zone. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Mike Luck was down there. So it'll be taken over now by the Crimson Tide of Alabama. 1st down and 10 yards to go. And they will have their ball at the 20. We have no score in the ball game. Paul Bryant has Alabama in its 23rd consecutive bowl game, and that's a record. Freddie Akers, the head coach of the Texas Longhorns. Each of these teams thinks that with a certain combination of circumstances in other games, they might be able to win the national championship. Who knows? Texas Longhorn marching band. Here to entertain this crowd. It is artificial turf, of course, at the Cotton Bowl. A lot of excitement here, Roger. Was it that way when you came here with the Navy team, 64?
It was. We were really playing for the national championship. Texas was number 1. We were number 2. And we were undefeated that year in 49 states. We only lost one game on a Friday night to SMU. We lost a squeaker to Texas 28-6. I like to forget about it.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Lewis is in there at quarterback. Lewis has got the ball. And he goes to the air the first time he got it. Penrose. Penalty marker at the 41-yard line. Jesse Bendrus was the receiver. Vance Bedford was covering. They were up there together. The penalty marker went down as Bendrus came down with the football.
Bendrus does an excellent job right here. Great body control. The ball was thrown by Lewis, and it really wasn't a good throw. He was harassed a little bit as he tried to throw it, and Bedford tried to get back. He pushed Bendrus. Bendrus still kept his body in front of the defender. Excellent body control by Bendrus. Again, their leading receiver with only 13 catches. They don't throw a great deal. He's got 5 touchdowns, and you could see his ability on that particular play.
39-yard pickup. The penalty was an interference call, which is a 1st and 10 now for Alabama at the Texas 41-yard line. This is Lewis again. He's been in 2 plays, and he's passed 2 plays. Incomplete, intended for Tim Clark. They got the tight end out of there, had wide receivers. Bobby Johnson was covering defensively. He is the strong safety for Texas.
They said they're going to throw the ball, Lindsay. They're not kidding. 1st down. Well, Lewis put it up. Lewis had a good time that time. He didn't have that pressure inside, and he stepped up and threw the ball. They say he's the best passer on the football team, and he can drill the football there. He had a receiver open, but he threw it to the wrong side.
He's a sophomore from Bruton, Alabama. Fakes and keeps, and on the keeper, Lewis dives into the 38-yard line for 3 yards, which will make it 3rd down and 7 for Alabama.
That's what happens in the case with Gray and Lewis. You have the veteran, Gray as a captain. He started out the season maybe 4th team, moved up to 1st team, has played very well in the last few games. You got a young guy like Lewis, a lot of potential, good years ahead. You put the veteran in there to kind of smooth things out, get things under control. Of course, Gray fumbled, and the Bear brought Lewis in there probably quicker than he anticipated.
You saw Jesse Bendrus coming to the ballgame. You also saw Bart Kraut coming to the ballgame at tight end. Defensively, Craig Curry's in there for Texas now. Lewis with the ball, and he guns it right at the sideline. Bendrus trying to keep the feet in over there, but the official says he didn't do it. It's an incompletion.
Well, you just have to keep 1 foot in bounds. Nice throw to the sideline. Lewis rears back and drills it out to the sideline. He has a strong arm. Bendrus really cut his route. He didn't square it off enough, and he kind of did a little bend to the other side. Looked like that left foot was in bounds to me. Looked like he dragged that left foot. The official didn't give it to him.
Now on 4th down punt formation, Malcolm Simmons is in there. He's averaged 43.9. Rob Marshall is deep to receive the punt for Texas. The left footer puts it up. Fair catch signal goes up, but they won't play the ball. It's taking a roll, and it's being downed at the 2-yard line. Jay Grogan down there to down the football at the 2-yard line. It's going to be spotted at the 3-yard line by the official who is setting it down there now, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Longhorns, but they have it in their own territory at the 3. minutes, 7 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter. There is no score. Texas has the ball, but they have it at their own 3-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, they started young in Texas. I'd hook 'em horn.
Robert Brewer is the quarterback. Tight end across. Brewer kept it. He got 1 yard. And now let's go down to the sidelines to Frank Lieber.
Robert Brewer is an interesting story. He is the first second-generation quarterback trying to beat a Bear Bryant coach team. His father, who is in the stands here today, Charlie Brewer, a very prominent Texas banker here in Dallas, was the quarterback for Texas back in 1956 when Bryant coached at Texas A&M, and that team beat Bryant's team in College Station. Lindsey?
And his son is facing an Alabama team coached by the very same Paul Bear Bryant. Hands it off to his fullback, Darrell Clark, this time. And Steve Booker from his linebacker spot on the right side comes in to make the stop. Steve Booker getting the start today. Eddie Lowe wanted to play, but he's been out with a sprained ankle, sprained knee, been working out each day and hoping he could start. Thomas Boyd, of course, normally plays that position. Brady Akers exhorting his Texas Longhorns. They have the ball up there at the 9-yard line. 3rd down and 4 yards to go. Brewer rolling and looking and throwing on the run. Little makes a diving attempt, and right there at the 21-yard line, he's got it. Jeremiah Castile was covering. He had 5 interceptions during the year.
Well, it's a rollout to the right, and Little runs a deep sideline pass, just enough for the first down, about 10 to 12 yards, and Castile's right there. The pass is thrown low into the outside to prevent the interception, and Little concentrates, makes a nice catch, but Castile did a good job on defense also. That's just a good play by Texas.
1st and 10 now for the Longhorns. They held the ball at their own 21. They've got Donnie Little wide to the left side. Former quarterback. Running backs are in an I formation. A.J. Jam Jones. Got it up there near the 24 before Russ Wood came in to make the tackle. He's from Elba, Alabama.
Here's Robbie Jones, the inside linebacker. Booker's coming, also pursuing across, and it's these guys really pursue, and they hit. And of course, a big hit there. Also, Wood, number 89, Russ Wood was in on the play. This team pursues, they hustle, they're all over the field. It's tough to run outside, and the reasons Texas is trying to go inside a little bit with Clark, he's run the ball 4 times already, is to soften up the middle, get them thinking inside, then go outside. It's tough to get outside on a hustling Alabama football team.
2nd and 7 at the 24. A.J. Jam Jones up to the 27-yard line. Warren Lyles from Birmingham, Alabama, in there to make the tackle.
Excuse me, Lindsey. I think Warren, wasn't he the MVP last year on defense, Warren Lyles, against Baylor Bears? He
had a great game. Alabama played, I thought, in the Cotton Bowl game last year about as well as a team can play on a bowl game day. They defeated a good Baylor team 30-2 last year. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Jones to the left side. He's got the first and more as he goes out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Run out by Jim Bob Harris, the All-American safety man from Alabama.
This is the same play. They got 7 yards on it before. They send the fullback to the strong side. They counter the halfback. He takes 1 step to the right, comes back to the left. He's back to the weak side, away from the tight end. Good block and good seal by the other on the offside. Good block downfield. The linebackers made 1 move to that with that stutter step by Jam Jones to the strong side. He came back. Play was well designed, well set up, and he had about a 15-yard gain on it.
But it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They leave him in an I formation. Jones again to the 50-yard line before Russ Wood makes the stop. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There is no score in the ball game. Going to be 2nd down and 4 yards to go for the Texas Longhorns. Have the ball at the 50-yard line. Alabama has never beaten Texas. Bear Bryant has beaten Texas once. That was when he was the head coach at Texas A&M. 2nd down and 4. Jones again. Getting close to the sticks, trying to stretch his body out there to pick up that last yard. Jimmy Watts made the tackle. They'll take a long look across now to see how close. You see the clock in set, running with 48 seconds, 47. It's going to be 3rd down and a yard. 3rd and 1 at the 47-yard line. Now we're getting a timeout signal. Clock is being stopped at 41. And let's go down to Frank Lieber. Timeout, Texas.
Lindsay, I have with me here on the sidelines behind the Texas bench, Kenneth Sims, the great defensive tackle for Texas. Got to be killing you not to be out there, Kenneth.
Yeah, it is hurting a great deal, especially when they're running the ball up the middle and driving on our defense like that. I think I could help a little bit if I was in there.
A lot of talk about you being the #1 pick in the draft. Have the New England people talked to you at all?
Well, the press have called me quite a bit. They're really interested in it. They seem to think that I'm going to end up there, but you never can tell.
Where would you like to play if you had your choice?
Well, since my mom didn't like to fly, I'd like to stay somewhere close to home where she could continue to see me play.
And, of course, we got to ask you about the leg. You broke a bone in your foot against TCU, missed the last month of the season. How's it coming along, and when do you expect to be well?
Oh, it's doing fine. I figure by mid-February I should be 100% again.
Kenneth, good luck to you. Be looking forward to seeing you in the NFL on CBS next year.
Thank you, Frank.
Kenneth Sims of Texas. Now back to Lindsay.
Okay, Frank, it's 3rd and 1, and John Walker's in there, so is Holloway in their backfield for the Texas Longhorns as they try to pick up the first down here late in the first quarter. And there's a high jumper. John Walker up and over. He got the first down. He's a high jumper who's had a 7-1 in track and field. I don't know, Roger. It's been said that one day in his full football regalia, he walked over and recorded a 6.8. Do you think he did that?
I heard he might have taken off his shoulder pads in his helmet, but he supposedly had the rest of the gear on, including the football cleats, and jumped 6.8. It's pretty amazing.
Isn't it so? Well, he jumped enough there to keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 at the 45 with 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter and the clock running. Robert Brewer takes a look around. Running backs are evened up. Short drop. Goes to Little. Donnie Little's got it. He's at the 36-yard line. Jeremiah Castillo made the stop over there. Clock is still running as it is down to 3, 2, 1, and time has run out now in this period. So they'll take it up to the other end of the field. And that is the end of the first quarter here at the 46th Annual Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, with the score, Alabama nothing and the University of Texas nothing. We're ready to start the second quarter of the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. I'm Lindsey Nelson with Roger Staubach. Frank Lieber along the sidelines reporting this afternoon. There is no score in the ball game. Second down, 2 yards to go, and the ball is at the 36-yard line of Alabama in Texas possession. Brewer brings him up. Gives it to Jones, Jam Jones, and he's cut off before he could get to the 35-yard line by Warren Lyles.
They have the I formation. They go into the middle. I was talking to Fred Akers about that the other day, and all they're having Jam Jones do is run off the fullback's block and let Babb block Lyles man-to-man. They're not doubling Lyles. They didn't intend to. Some plays they will, but they feel Babb can take him either way, and then the fullback will lead the opposite way of Lyles, and Jam Jones will follow the fullback's block. They're not getting much inside, though.
Holloway and Walker in there. Walker's the tailback. He's got the ball up and over, but he goes nowhere. He was looking for the short yardage for the first down, but Warren Lyles, middle guard, was there to meet him, and it's essentially a no gain, which will make it 4th down and 2 yards to go at the 36.
Well, this is decision time. They're on the 36-yard line. They punted the ball out of bounds in close. Of course, it would be an advantage. They punted in the end zone. They'd gain 16 yards if they didn't go for it. But it looks like they're going to go for it, and I think it's a good decision.
Brewer went over to talk to his coach, Freddie Akers, who's sitting back out there to go for it on 4th and 2 at the 36-yard line. No score early in the second quarter. Walker still the tailback. Quarterback sneak. Not enough. Not enough. He just got across, but I think he's short. It'll depend, of course, entirely on where they spot it, but it looked as though he might be a little short.
The Texas players think he made it. It's going to be awfully close, Lindsey.
It is indeed, and so the referee says, let's bring out the chain.
It's a unusual call for. It was a short 2 yards, about 1 3/4 yards, but that's tough for a quarterback sneak.
We'll find out if he made it right here. 1st and 10, he did, just barely, but he made it so Texas stays alive. First down, 10 yards to go. We'll call it the 34-yard line as it's spotted there. Picked up on the quarterback sneak by Robert Brewer on the keeper. Walker stays in there at the tailback. He's in the right set here. Darrell Clark's in the left set. Clark's got the ball. To the 30-yard line. Jeremiah Castile up to make the tackle. Gain of 4 on the play makes it 2nd down and 6 yards to go. These teams came in with identical records. Each won 9, lost 1, tied 1. Texas lost to Arkansas the week after they had wiped out Oklahoma to take the #1 ranking in the nation. They were tied later by Houston. Alabama lost early to Georgia Tech, tied later by Southern Mississippi. Clark, fullback pass, and it's incomplete. Intended for Herky Walls. Jim Bob Harris was defending.
Let me tell you, Herky Walls did a fine job that time. Jim Bob had that play smelled out all the way. Right here was a force man to the outside. I thought there was a run. He pulled up to throw the football, and as he threw it, Jim Bob's waiting for it. Watch Herky Walls. This is what a receiver has to do. Don't let the other guy intercept the ball, and of course, Herky almost made the catch.
Yard is 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Texas.
You saw a defensive back become a receiver. You saw an offensive back become a defender. Both ended up doing a pretty good job.
Robert Brewer. Robert Brewer at the 37-yard line.
They have a hold
Randy
inside.
Edwards. But there is a penalty marker.
Texas for holding when that ball is thrown into the pack like that.
Holding against the Longhorns, indicated by the referee, Don Safford of Raleigh, North Carolina.
There's not much of a chance here. Everybody's coming. Of course, big number 81, Mike Pitts, coming from the outside. Inside people are coming. They're all over the place.
Holding. Declined. 4th down.
Declined because it was a loss on the play back to the 37-yard line. It'll be 4th down. John Goodson is coming in to do the punting now for the Longhorns. He is a senior from Houston, Texas. Joey Jones sprinting out there. They assume the deep position to receive the punt for the Crimson Tide of Alabama. It's a 4th and 12 with 12 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the half. Well, under a rush, he got it off.
Jeremiah Castile almost blocked that one.
Didn't he, though? It's going to be marked at the 18-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 yards to go for Alabama. There still is no score in the ball game, and the Tide will have the ball at their own 18-yard line. Walter Lewis in that quarterback. He was brought in by Coach Bear Bryant at quarterback in the 2nd Alabama possession. This is their 3rd. Yards rushing, Alabama 47 and Texas 64. There is no score. Lewis with the ball. And he's at the 19-yard line. Schultz made the tackle. 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line. Lewis has still got it. Rode with the fullback, kept the ball, and he has moved it out to the 36-yard line for a 1st and 10. Bobby Johnson, William Graham coming up from the safeties to make the stop for Texas.
Well, Doug Vickers did a good job of stopping that run. That's the good news. The bad news is Doug Vickers is on the Alabama football team. And here's Lewis run right into Vickers, number 63. Bam. Vickers is trying to get a hit on number 38 that time for Texas and ran right into his own man.
It is a 1st and 10. Alabama with the ball at their own 36-yard line. Endros in a wide right. Turn the wishbone. Lewis with a late pick. Taken by Carter. Left halfback trailing, took the pitch and got out to the 50-yard line before William Graham made the tackle. It'll be a 1st down and 10 yards to go.
This is what a quarterback has to do in the wishbone, is throw it at the last possible second. And here he is. He gets hit as he threw it. He knew he was going to get a hit. He got the ball out there. Graham really made a saving tackle right there because Carter breaks back inside, and he's gone.
Bill Hetcock has come in defensively now for Texas. There you see Joe Carter, who started at left halfback here this afternoon. White team has taken timeout. That is Alabama. So it is a Crimson Tide timeout coming with 10 minutes, 34 seconds remaining to be played in the 1st half of the Cotton Bowl game, and there is still no score. Alabama took the timeout to avoid a possible delay of game penalty. They have the ball now first and 10 at the 50. Lewis is over talking to the offensive coordinator, Mal Moore. Motion to the outside by Carter. Lewis with the ball. Up the middle long to the tight end.
Wide open.
And it's taken by Bart Kraut. Bart Kraut down at the 11-yard line. Bobby Johnson covering defensively.
This is off the play-action fake, and Kraut is just straight down the middle. Lewis is back looking all the way for Kraut, and he beats Bobby Johnson. Nice throw. Right over the defender's head. Johnson gets back a little bit late. He went for that play-action fake just one step, gave Kraut the opportunity to get deep, get behind him by a yard, and he makes the catch. Kraut's only caught 8 passes this year, 2 for touchdowns.
37-yard pickup, first and 10, marked at the 12-yard line. Carter in motion. Lewis with the ball. Piled up at the line of scrimmage by Bruce Schultz and William Graham.
Alabama's had the ball. This is the third time. The first time they were stopped by a fumble. The second time they had that third down pass to Bendrose on the sideline. His right foot probably was on the sideline. We couldn't see it very well. He drugged the left foot, but he didn't get the catch. They had to settle for the punt. This is their third series. They've moved the ball every series, Lindsay.
Joey Jones is in there. He's in a wide left. Lewis with the full pivot keeps the ball. Breaks the tackle and moves it down to the 6-yard line. Doug Schenkel in to make the tackle.
Walter Lewis has run for over 300 yards this year, and that's pretty well average for the running backs for Alabama. They got about 6 or 7 people that run for over 300 yards. No one more than 400 yards. So Lewis is a fine passer, but he's an excellent runner also. He's got a 4.1 rush average.
3rd and 4 at the 6-yard line. No score, but the Crimson Tide of Alabama is threatening here with 8 minutes, 58 seconds left to play in the first half, and Alabama is calling a timeout. Alabama calls a timeout now. They want to talk it over, get it all straightened out so they go for a consultation here. There still is no score in this game. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 yards to go now for Alabama. They have the ball at the Texas 6-yard line. The Longhorns are digging in on the defense here now. Big play in the ball game. Ricky Moore is the fullback there, directly behind the quarterback Lewis. Motion across. That's Fagan in motion. Lewis retreating. He's looking. He throws into the end zone. Touchdown for Alabama. Bendrich, Jesse Bendrich. Penalty marker.
There's a penalty down. But what a great play by Lewis that time. And Bobby Johnson blitz from the other side. It's against Texas. It's going to count. Bobby Johnson had a chance to make up for the play on Kraut by getting Lewis in the backfield. He had a perfect shot at him coming from that weak side. Lewis didn't see him until the last second, and then he showed his quickness. Here he is rolling to the left. He sees nothing. There's nothing over there. He goes back to the other side, and there's Bobby Johnson, 28. Just misses Lewis, and that lets Lewis get the opportunity to have new life, and he puts it on the money for a touchdown. Well, I tell you, that's a heck of a play by an athlete there. Jesse Bendrose makes the catch.
Penalty was against Texas. It was declined, and Kim is in to attempt the conversion. There's Kim's foot, and it's good. So Alabama has taken a 7-0 lead here with 8 minutes, 49 seconds left to play in the first half. Kim is the place kicker from Honolulu. We asked Bear Bryant earlier this week how a coach could get his team to the point where they expected to win, what influence he could have.
The whole thing with me, and I think it's the same way, that you want to ask them to do something they can do. It's kind of ridiculous for me to ask a youngster to do something he can't do. If he can't throw the football, you better let him run it or kick it or do something. And that's the only thing I try to do. And we try to recruit good football players.
Albright, head coach. Ball has been teed up at the 40-yard line.
He's recruiting recruited a few good ones. Having Leroy Jordan on there reminds me, it goes back to that 61 team that began a string of national champions through the years, 6 of them. Leroy on that 61 team, they won the national championship, and guys on that team, Pat Trammell, Billy Neighbors, and I was a freshman at the Naval Academy back then, Lindsey, but I remember that team.
Long time ago. Rob Marshall is deep. Clark kicked off. Marshall takes it at the 7-yard line. He's back to the 15 to the 20. Rob Marshall is stopped at the 25-yard line. So it'll be a first down and 10 yards to go at the 25-yard line. Well, I don't know. You and Perry Smith might get together and have an alumni meeting with the Naval Academy.
I guess I was a plebe, but not a freshman.
Yes.
It's the same thing for the civilians out there.
Of course. Now Texas has the ball. Terry Orr is coming to that backfield. Now there's the scoring drive of Alabama, and they kept the ball 3 minutes, 24 seconds. It's on a 6-yard pass to Bendris with Ken's kick. Brewer's the quarterback. And he's getting to John Walker. And Walker bursted out to the 39-yard line before Tommy Wilcox, the All-American strong safety, made the tackle for Alabama.
Talk about Walker's jumping ability. He's jumped as high as 7 feet 1 inch. But he's also run for over 714 yards this year for Texas. So he's been a factor along with Jam Jones. Jam is through the 4 years at Texas, has had injuries off and on, but when he's healthy, he can run the football.
Texas first and 10 at their own 39. Brewer angling and looking. And he is sacked at the 30-yard line. The 31 will be marked. Mike Pitts got to him first. Junior from Baltimore, Maryland.
Well, Pitts did his job. He didn't let Brewer get outside. He kept stringing Brewer to the outside, and Robert couldn't find a receiver downfield, and gave Klein, the big number 91, the chance to come in from the inside and put a hit on him, but it really was Pitts keeping him to the outside.
Second down and 18 yards to go now with the ball at the Texas 31. A little re-shoeing going on over on the Alabama sideline. There's Walker. Stopped by Wilcox again. Looks to be about a yard short. More than that, I beg your pardon. It was a second and 18.
Tommy Wilcox, a 2-time All-American. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Charlie Waters in the Dallas Cowboys. He's a leader over there on defense. He's maybe not the fastest guy in the world, but he's a hitter. He's got good instincts for the football also.
Third down and about 12 yards to go. For a short drop. Pops it and behind his receiver. Sprinting downfield was Herky Walls. Benny Perrin was covering defensively over there on that corner. Here comes the punting unit on for Texas now. John Goodson leading him on. He's a senior from Houston. Joey Jones has dropped back for Alabama. 7 minutes, 2 seconds left to play in the first half. Alabama leading by a score of 7-0.
Robert and Coach Akers are talking to Herky Walls. Someone didn't get the signal right. It might have been an audible, and Herky Walls just didn't hear it.
That fair catch signal goes up, and the catch is made by Joey Jones at the 27-yard line. So that is where Alabama starts. They have a 7-point lead. They have the football, and they have it first and 10 at their own 27. We have a sellout crowd here at the Cotton Bowl today. Back. He's got 3 wide receivers in there, and a diving catch is made up to 37. Got by Jesse Bendris.
As Bendris goes down about 10 yards, it just hooks right in front of the Bedford, the defensive back, and Lewis drills it out. It's low. Bendris scoots it off the turf, though.
Second down and 1 yard to go. Mickey Ginyard is in there. Ken Simon is in there. Paul Caruth is in there for Alabama. They run a Shakewell system on running backs. Lewis has got the ball, and he keeps it. Trying to pick up the short yardage and didn't. Ed Williams in to make the tackle with Ralph Darnell. Reddy Akers, head coach. He was on the staff of Darrell Royal at Texas. He went on and became a head coach at Wyoming, and then was brought back as the successor.
You have a guy like Bendros Lewis or Joey Jones, fine receivers. You wonder why they go to a school that doesn't throw the ball a great deal. They mentioned they just want to win. And they want to be part of a winning tradition, and that's why they're at Alabama.
Third down and a yard to go. That's a diving first down by Paul Carruth from Summit, Mississippi. First and 10 at the 40-yard line. Vance Bedford made the stop. He's a senior from Beaumont, Texas. Joey Jones coming back in there now to wide receiver. And so is Tim Clark coming into the wide receiver for Alabama. Tight end Bart Trout has gone out of the ball game. Here comes Jones to a wide left. Line it up in a wishbone. Lewis sets and throws long, and it's Clark, and he can't get it. At the 12-yard line, incomplete. Covered by Bobby Johnson from LaGrange, Texas.
Clark was in tight. He replaced Crowd. He's got more speed than Crowd, and it was him all the way. Lewis went to the left, but came back to the right, and Clark ran an out route. He went to the sideline, then broke back into the post. He had man-to-man coverage by Bobby Johnson. The ball was overthrown.
Now tight end Bart Trout comes back into the ballgame. Joey Jones goes off. Second down and 10. Alabama at their own 40. Alabama leading by a score of 7-0. Give it to the fullback. Then Simon. Simon is through there to the 47-yard line before Doug Schenkel brings him down. Third. It's going to be third down. 2 yards to go. At the 48. Ricky Moore coming back in. Now he goes to the sideline. He started in, couldn't get set. So instead, it's given to Ken Simon. And from him, it went over to Mickey Ginyard.
Well, they faked the ball inside.
They did.
Simon and Lewis really kept the ball.
He did. I took the fake.
Yep. So the cameraman there for a second, but Lewis did break it inside and does a good job. They're getting that yardage inside, and that makes it tough for the option. If you can get that yardage inside, the quarterback option, the pitch out become even better plays. So Ken Sims before mentioned they're moving inside on Texas, and he's right. There's a fumble.
Fumble on the handoff. He was riding the fullback, and it got away. It was first and 10. Walter Lewis diving in there, trailing. So Alabama retains possession. Ralph Darnell was there for Texas. Ball is at the 42-yard line. We're at second down and 9 yards to go. Sindris is in a wide left. Lewis with the ball. Quarterback keeper, and he got only to the 40-yard line. Picked up 2 to make it third down and 7 yards to go. Ed Williams on the tackle along with Doug Schenkel. He's from Silsbee, Texas. Joey Jones back into the ball game, and Ken Simon's coming back in. Tim Clark is coming back in there.
They're bringing him in and out. A lot of different people coming in at running back, and also they're changing out Jones, Clark, and Bendris as receivers.
Lewis dropping straight back now, but he never had a chance. It was Mike Buchanan. Mike Buchanan, number 92, who got to him. That brings on the punting unit now. Led out there by Malcolm Simmons. Sophomore from Montgomery, Alabama.
That makes a difference there, Lindsey. Mike Buchanan that time came across and brought Lewis to the turf, and before Bobby Johnson couldn't do it, and it cost Texas a touchdown.
Ron Marshall is deep. Marshall's got it, drops it. Just trying to retain possession as he followed it up there to the 19-yard line. First and 10 at the 19-yard line. Pass play is complete. Up to the 36-yard line. Herky Walls made the diving catch, and Benny Perrin is there defensively. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Texas Longhorns.
Well, the play action holds the linebackers. Well, he didn't fake it. I thought he faked to the fullback this time. Herky Walls goes down the field about 20 yards on an in route. The ball's low. Walls concentrates. It's a big play for Texas.
So the Longhorns pick up the 1st down there. They're trailing by 7 points in the ball game. Robert Brewer guns this one. Taken by Herky Walls. Now Donnie Little. And he is the 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line of Alabama. Steve Booker made the stop.
This was the same play to the other side, only the tight end's on this side, and he kind of clears it out. But Little comes in again on about a 20-yard in route, and Brewer drills it in. That's 2. Drills that one right about gut level, gave Little the chance to spin around and get a few extra yards.
1 minute, 46 seconds left to play in the first half. Alabama's leading by a score of 7-0. Robert Brewer back to look it over. Then goes long. Trying to get it to Little.
What a play. What a catch.
But Little was upended with the football. It is his reception for him.
Well, there's good protection that time, Lindsey, and Little was covered. There was a man in front of him, and also number 9, Jim Bob Harris, was back there. And I'll tell you, Robert Brewer really threw a fine pass right here. He drilled that ball right over the defender right here, and Jim Bob's back there. Boy, I tell you, Little knew he was going to get hit, and he made a heck of a catch.
Pick up of 20 yards on the play. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Brewer chased out of the pocket. Still looking downfield. Throws it on the run. Walls makes a diving effort. Incomplete. Terran covering defensively.
Well, Jackie Klein penetrated that time. That got Brewer out of the pocket, and he chased him around to the sideline. He tried to get the ball to Walls, but he didn't have much of a chance. Look at Herky. He's coming all the way across the field. He's looking. He sees Brewer start to scramble, does a good job. He starts running with the quarterback. Jim Bob Harris is behind him. The ball's out of bounds. He did what a receiver has to do, though. He's got to scramble with that quarterback. Start going with the quarterback, the direction of the quarterback. Brewer tries to salvage the play, but it's out of bounds.
2nd down, 10 yards to go at the 27-yard line. Incomplete. Again, Herky Walls over at the sideline. Jim Bob Harris covering.
Well, if Brewer would have had time, of course, he would have hit Walls, but he had no time. And Alabama's got a multiple defense. They really change up on you, and they blitz those linebackers. That time the blitz got to Brewer. It wasn't picked up, and he had no chance to get the ball to Walls. In fact, Brewer's shaken up a little bit.
It is 3rd down and 10 yards to go. Kevin Duhan is coming to the ball game now. Brent Duhan is coming to the ball game. 3rd and 10. Brewer from the blind side. He is dropped.
Russ Wood. Well, that hurts me when I see that blind side. Brewer can't see him, and you just kind of have to guess sometimes and hope that he's blocked to that blind side. Unless you have a hot route where you know a guy isn't blocked. That time Brewer thought he was blocked. Russ Wood just beat the Brian Millard and got in there. And of course, Brewer was hit and stopped the big drive.
36 seconds left to play. Raul Alegre will try one from 50 yards. He had a 52-yarder. Raul Alegre's kick is short. And so the ball goes over at the line of scrimmage with 28 seconds remaining to be played in the half. And Alabama is still leading by a score of 7-0 as Texas attempted the field goal, the 50-yarder, and gave up the football.
Now, once Alabama started blitzing, Texas couldn't get the ball off. Their passing game moved them down the field. They had good protection, good time. Receivers were getting open. Alabama changed up. They started blitzing, and of course, Brewer couldn't do much with that.
Walter Lewis comes in at quarterback. Alan Gray had come out with the first unit there for Alabama, but Lewis suddenly spent it onto the field and has replaced him. Ball went over at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 Alabama. Lewis. He is sacked by the Longhorns defense at the 25. Ed Williams leading defensive charge with Mike Buchanan. So the clock continues to run.
I'll say one thing. Alabama wasn't going to sit on the 7 points with 28 seconds to go. They came out firing again.
Ready to put it up there. The clock is wound down now to 7 seconds, and it's running. So it may very well expire and will before they get a playoff. That will have been the last play of the half. Time has run out as the teams head for the locker rooms. So in a fiercely contested battle here at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas at the end of the first half, it's Alabama 7 and Texas nothing.
Cotton Bowl 1982 continues now with the University of Texas Longhorn Band, the show band of the Southwest, under under the field direction of drum major Greg Wilson. The Longhorn Band now performs to Richard Rogers' Slaughter on 10th Avenue.
Exercised, and it will be Texas receiving the second half kickoff. Alabama leading by a score of 7-0. Raj, I just saw something I haven't seen too often. Alabama came back out here, and with units on the field, did they loosening up out there?
I haven't seen that either, Lindsey. They were actually going through their plays similar to the pregame warm-ups.
Right.
And that's a good idea. There's a long half here in the Cotton Bowl with all the pageantry, and I'm sure they probably got a little bit more stale than normal and sitting in the locker room, and they decided to come out and warm up a little bit. It's a good idea.
Dropping back deep now, Rob Marshall and Jerry Gray to receive the kickoff for Texas, and it will be Alabama kicking it off. Terry Sanders will kick it off. He's teeing it up on the 40-yard line. Terry Sanders. Texas and Alabama together have played in 61 bowl games, and together they have won 9 national championships. Alabama's won 6, Texas has won 3. Dropping back deep now, Rob Marshall and Jerry Gray to receive the kickoff for Texas, and it will be Alabama kicking it off. Terry Sanders will kick it off. He's teeing it up on the 40-yard line. Terry Sanders. Texas and Alabama together have played in 61 bowl games, and together they have won 9 national championships. Alabama's won 6, Texas has won 3. Marshall is back there deep. He's the man they try to get underneath the football on the kickoff return. Texas trailing by 7 points. A win today would make Alabama the first team in history to win 7 straight bowl games in 7 years. There is the referee's whistle. Here comes Sanders. Going deep. It will not be run out. Taken by Jerry Gray about 8 yards deep in the end zone. Touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So the Texas Longhorns now settle about seeing what they can do about advancing the football against that Alabama defense. Clark and Jones are the running backs in the ball game for quarterback Robert Brewer. Brewer took over when McIver injured his shoulder, and Brewer has kept the job. They send Hookie Walls out to a wide left and Donnie Little out to a wide right. Clark in the right set, Jones in the left set for Brewer. Jones. 6 yards to the 26 before Mike Pitts from Baltimore, Maryland made the tackle.
Brewer really has done a good job for Texas. He came in that Houston game and brought him back in the second half. It was a tie football game, 14-14, won 3 in a row. The team has a lot of confidence in Robert Brewer. He showed before the half that he can throw the football. But if Texas is going to throw it with success, they've got to block for him. They've got to pick up the stunts and the blitzes. When Brewer has time, he can hit those receivers downfield as he showed before the half.
Tight end moving in motion. Give it to the fullback Clark. And Darrell Clark wrestles his way up to the 47-yard line before Jeremiah Castillo brings him down with Russ Wood. First down, 10 yards to go for the Texas Longhorns.
Well, here's Clark up the middle. He had some success in the first half. He ran 4 times for 18 yards, but he breaks it back over the block on the inside by Dawson, and Terry Tausch, the fine tackle, got a nice block. Clark broke it back against the grain, downfield for a big gain. He's got a 6.7-yard rushing average. He just doesn't run the football very much from that I formation.
Picked up 21 yards on the play, first and 10 at the 47-yard line. Clark and Jones, the setbacks well split. Jones, but he's down. Robbie Jones, the left linebacker for Alabama. At the 44-yard line, loss of 3 seconds and 13.
Texas moved the ball, Lindsey, in the first half. They would move it, but Alabama would make a big play and either a trapping the quarterback, or they'd stop or run to the outside, similar to that right there. They just can't move consistently. They're giving up too many big plays on offense to Alabama, especially losses.
Loss to the left side, a little to the right, running backs in an eye. Brewer fake to the tailback. He's got the ball. He's going to keep the ball. Up to the 47-yard line of Alabama. Jackie Klein was there.
Brewer gave a nice little stutter step there, got him a few extra yards. He was looking downfield. Lawrence Sampleton had the defenders beat right about now, but he couldn't do very much with big Mike Pitts chasing him, so Brewer decides to tuck it away. Little stutter step, nice move to the inside, gets 4 or 5 extra yards.
Third down and 4 yards to go at the 47-yard line of Alabama. Big third down play coming here now for the Texas Longhorns. Jones on a reverse play. Donnie Little, former quarterback, picks up the first and 10. They had him in a wing left, and there's a wing back reverse in effect. As he got it up to the 34-yard line, Tommy Wilcox made the tackle.
Little had to cut this back inside pretty quickly. He's got Herpy Walls actually is trailing him. He has a chance to pitch the ball out. There's Brewer back there also, but he cut the ball inside and gets some nice yardage for the first down.
Donnie Little, who was a quarterback and at his request became a wide receiver at the University of Texas. Quick pitch to Jam Jones. Stopped at the 31-yard line after a gain of 3 by Tommy Wilcox at 2nd and 7. Robbie Jones also on the tackle. You know, head coach Fred Akers at Texas has posted the best 5-year won-and-loss record in Southwest Conference history. He's had an unbeaten season, a Heisman Trophy winner, Earl Campbell, high national ratings, and 5 bowl teams.
Here's Wilcox pursuing. He's got 3 interceptions this year, but he's a hitter. He really pops them, and you can see right there he just laid it into Jam Jones. He came from the safety spot across the field and made the hit.
There's to Clark. He spins, but gets only a yard to the 30, which will make it another big third down and 6 yards to go. Jackie Klein there on the tackle for Alabama. Alabama came into this game ranked number 3 in the nation, behind Clemson and Georgia. Texas ranked number 5 or 6, depending on which poll you read. Both figured that if they win, they'd have a shot at a national championship.
Brewer looked at the sidelines. He gets his play from the sidelines, and of course, this is a big play, Lindsey.
Brewer's got the ball. And he never had a chance. The Alabama Rice was right there when he looked up, and so it's 4th down. The punting unit will come on here now. Russ Wood. Tommy Wilcox got to him first.
They brought the safety blitz that time, and Russ Wood was in there, and there's pressure inside also, but it really was Wood coming from his outside linebacking position, and also 15 Wilcox that forced Brewer to try to get to the other side, and over there waiting was big Jackie Klein, number 98 also.
Terry Tausch, the All-American tackle, is down now, and they're looking at a knee. He's stretching it out there a little bit, flexing it. Terry Tausch from New Braunfels, Texas. Limping a little bit as he comes out. John Goodson's in to do the punting. Joey Jones has dropped back to receive it now for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama's leading 7-0. We're in the third quarter. 10 minutes, 43 seconds left to play in this period. Jones looks, lets it ride. And it is a touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Well, that's twice Texas has had an opportunity to down the ball, and you can't you can't hit the ball and your momentum carry yourself and the ball in the end zone. You just can't do that, and Texas has come close a couple of times.
So Alabama starts first and 10 at the 20-yard line. Terry Tausch getting attention along the sideline. You saw him limp off a moment ago. Had a great year for the Texas Longhorns. But Alabama has the ball on a 7-point lead. Their own 20-yard line here in the third quarter. Lewis is the quarterback. Smothered at the 19-yard line for a loss of 1. It'll be second down and 11 yards to go. Texas and Alabama, two of the glamour teams of college football. They're among the top 5 teams in all-time winning percentage. John Haynes, sophomore from Fort Worth, in there on the last tackle.
And also Bruce Schultz. On that option, the inside people, Darnell and the inside tackle and the middle linebacker have the fullback, and then the outside people, Holly and Schultz, usually take the quarterback, and the safety or someone else has to force the pitch. That time Schultz did a great job on the quarterback.
Now the right halfback. Jeff Fagan moved it up to the 20-yard line for 1, and that is all. So it'll be third down and 11. Ralph Darnell, sophomore from North Muskegon, to make the tackle. So it is 9 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in the third quarter. The clock is running. On 3rd and 9, and Alabama goes into deep punt formation on 3rd down. And they kick on 3rd down, and Walter Lewis does the kicking. The ball rolls, and it is down by Bendrus at the 25. Well, that's not a quick kick, but it's almost, because they kick on 3rd down with the quarterback back there doing the booting, and everybody's not sure whether he's going to kick or not. He got a good roll, and so Texas gets the ball first and 10 at the 25-yard line. That was a little unusual. Bear Bryant had his quarterback go into deep punt formation on a 3rd and 9 and punt the football, and he got 65 yards. Walter Lewis was a national punt, pass, and kick champion when he was 8 years old. Now it's first and 10 for Texas, but they have the ball on their own 25-yard line. The fullback, and it's Darrell Clark. And he's got some running room. And the 33 is out there to the 43-yard line. Steve Booker finally brought him down.
Well, they're doing a good job up front. Mike Babb is getting a good block, and Warren Lyles that time. And here, watch the center cut off Lyles, and then that's all you need is just an inch there. And the cutoff block by Babb springs Clark loose, and the guards go up on the linebackers also that gave Clark some extra time downfield. And Clark's run the ball very well.
18-yard pickup on the last play. Here is Jam Jones, and he's getting into the 45-yard line. Now let's go down to Frank Lever.
Injury report on Terry Tausch, the All-American offensive tackle. The doctors say he has a hyperextended knee. It is unknown at this time whether or not he'll be back in the game. But obviously the problems Texas has had protecting Brewer, I think they're going to need him. They might be in big trouble if they don't have him back. Lindsey?
Okay, Frank. Second down and 8 yards to go at the 45-yard line. Brewer pumps once, but someone is hanging onto his leg, and he's dropped at the 40-yard line. And the someone is Mike Rodriguez, number 31.
Also, Russ Wood get in there. Mike Babb pulled out to the left and tried to block on Wood. There was penetration from that side. Also, number 76, Millard, couldn't hold his man, and Brewer is sacked again.
Making it third down and 13 yards to go for the Longhorns. They have the ball at their own 40, and Alabama is still leading here by a score of 7-0. It is Walker from the tailback, John Walker. And out there to the 43, that brings on the punting unit. Randy Edwards made the tackle.
Well, that was 3rd and 13, and Texas decided they didn't want a chance in a turnover. They decided to go a little bit conservative that time. They go off tackle with a quick hitting play. Walker couldn't get very much. It was a passing situation, so Texas, they're exchanging right now field positions, basically what both teams are trying to do, both being pretty conservative.
Barefoot John Goodson in there to do the punting. Joey Jones drops back deep for Alabama. Low snap, and he picks it up. It's on the 29. Rolling. It'll be at the 22-yard line. Jeremiah Castile. First down, 10 yards to go at the 22-yard line. Let's go down again to Frank Lieber.
Keep in mind once again that Alabama still has an outside shot at becoming the #1 team in the land. If they win this ball game this afternoon, if Clemson loses tonight to Nebraska in the Orange Bowl, and if Georgia should get beat by Pittsburgh in the Sugar Bowl, Alabama, in all probability, would be #1. Lindsey?
All right, Frank, first and 10 for the Crimson Tide, and they have a 7-point lead. Walter Lewis pops it outside. Bendrus with a diving catch. Jesse Bendrus at the 30-yard line.
I don't know why Bendrus slid that time. Lewis really got that ball out there in pretty good shape, and Bendrus caught the ball, but he went down trying to do it. I think he could have hung on to this football and run with it a little bit. But he got 6 yards instead of a big gain, about 8 yards. Here he breaks to the outside. The ball's in front of him a little bit, so he tries to come back to it and cradle it in. At least he caught it.
Joey Jones in a wide left. Ken Simon, the fullback, but a lot of traffic right in there at the 30-yard line. John Haynes was there, and so was Eric Holly. a young Longhorn fan. A little more interested in the popcorn, I think. Third down and 2 yards to go for Alabama at their own 30-yard line. Lewis has got the first and 10. Got across the 40-yard line with Doug Shankle, 48 holding on. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, the quarterback just reads. Look at him looking at that end down. He's not even concerned about anything else. He reads. The fullback doesn't know he's going to get the ball. Quarterback pulls out his gut, and Lewis is downfield with a big gain.
Wishbone formation for Alabama. Quarterback hanging on to the football as his fullback was riding by, and it's a gain of about a yard at most, jammed up by Schultz.
That still amazes me, Lindsey. That fullback not knowing he's going to get the ball. It's up to the quarterback, and the previous play, you can see Lewis looking at that defensive end. The defensive end crashes down. He'll keep the ball, then he'll option with the back. If the defensive end goes upfield, he'll give the ball to the fullback. But the fullback just doesn't know, and he's really got to concentrate on that ball, and it does cause some fumbles, and Alabama's fumbled quite a bit this year in the wishbone.
And back in motion across. Lewis going deep. Bendrus making a dive, and he can't get to it. Bedford was covering defensively on that corner. Vance Bedford from Beaumont, Texas.
Both teams are penetrating very well, putting pressure on the quarterback. The difference is Alabama's getting to the quarterback. This time Lewis was rushed, and he put the ball on the line. He didn't give Bendrus the chance to run under it, didn't put enough air under the ball, and it was thrown long. But the teams are pressuring each other, except Alabama is actually getting to Brewer and causing the trap, where Texas is getting close, but they still are having trouble tackling an elusive Lewis.
Tim Clarkson at a wide receiver, shotgun formation. Lewis with a direct snap. Lewis runs the ball. Gets it up to the 49-yard line. Jeff Lighting in to make the tackle along with Doug Shankle. That'll bring in the punting unit on fourth down. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Alabama still leading 7-0.
Well, the last time, of course, Lewis punted from that. That time he ran the draw play and wasn't quite effective enough.
Fourth down, and midfield they shift now into punt formation. Malcolm Simmons goes deep to do the punting. There's a whistle that cost him a delay. There's a whistle that will cost them 5 yards for a delay, I think.
Well, that's worth the gamble. The delay doesn't mean a great deal. It's 5 yards back. They're still at the 45 and still will bottle up Texas with a good punt.
Dead ball, delay, offense, fourth down. Clock running.
Stay in punt formation. Malcolm Simmons there. Rob Marshall is deep. High snap. Left footer gets it off. Marshall lets it go. A touchback. Across the end line, they'll be put in play 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So we still have Alabama out front by 7 points. We now have 3 minutes, 34 seconds remaining to be played in the third quarter here at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. 43 years of age, Fred Akers, head coach of the Longhorns at the University of Texas. You try to get him moving now to the 20-yard line. Bear Bryant is sitting in the number 2 defensive unit for the University of Alabama at the moment. Robert Brewer still quarterbacking the Longhorns. Sam Jones, Brother Walker to the left side. John Walker. Steve Booker made the tackle. Got 3 yards out to the 23, making it 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Three minutes, 5 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here comes Johnny Little out to a wide right from Dickinson, Texas. Tight end across. Quick pitch. Walker. The tailback. Oh, is he ever cut down? Gerald Sprinkle. It is at the 20-yard line. Loss of 3. It's a 3rd and 10. Todd Roper going off the field defensively for Alabama. Johnny Little out to a wide left. Ricky Walls in the wide right, and the tight end's in motion. Penalty marker. Completed.
Texas illegal procedure that time, Lindsey. They had a good play set up too.
Ricky Walls made the catch. Josh Henderson covering defensively, but there is the marker.
You back from moving off.
Referee is explaining the option to Alabama.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be a tough choice.
It'll be a 1st down. Like a completed pass. It'll be a 1st down.
Warren Lyles, the captain.
Take the penalty. It's going to be 3rd and 15.
Good decision, Warren. Take the penalty.
What he said.
Illegal motion. Offense. 3rd down.
3rd and 15 at the 15.
Look back on that based on what we see after this play right here. That's a big play, Lindsey. Texas is out of their backyard a little bit. The 1st down on the 34. Now they're backed up in 3rd and 15.
Bear Bryant, a little exercise along the sideline. Walker. Yeah, the Alabama defense is strong. Right in there that time. Jimmy Watts.
One thing I can figure is that 3rd and 15, they've been blitzed so much and the quarterback's been trapped, they don't want to take a chance on an obvious passing situation of getting the blitz and getting trapped again.
So now it is 4th down. Joey Jones is coming for Alabama, and he's gone deep. John Goodson does the punting for Alabama. The barefoot boy goes into the end zone. He takes the snap. There's Jones. Chases Jones back. He fields it at his 45. Gets back to his 48, and that's that. So let's go down to Frank Lieber.
Well, last year, you might recall, we were on the Alabama sideline and talked to Jerry Pate, who's a big Crimson Tide fan. He couldn't be here today, so we thought we'd give Texas equal time. Ben Crenshaw is a, what do they call it, guest coach?
Yes, I think so. I don't know where Jerry is today. I had it all planned out for him, but Texas needs a big play.
All right, let's see what happens here.
And off to Ginyard. Mickey Ginyard from Atlanta, Georgia, carrying. John Haynes made the tackle. Up there just across the midfield marker. Gain of about 2 yards makes it 2nd down and 8. Kept up by William Graham. 1st and 10 for Alabama. And it will be at the 28-yard line. Texas.
Well, he's a great player for this Wishbone. He's not only a fine passer, and they get the big play out of him passing, but he can run the football. He can option with it. He can pitch it out. This time he keeps the ball. He's downfield into the secondary. Almost breaks it right here. He trips up a little bit.
Picked up 22 yards on the play. 1st and 10. Busted there, and Joe Carter dives onto the football. He'll be back there at the 37-yard line. And now time has run out in the 3rd quarter. So, with Alabama still leading by a score of 7-0, we'll be back with more from the 46th Annual Cotton Bowl Classic after this word from your local station. This is Lindsey Nelson with Roger. This is Lindsey Nelson with Roger Staubach and Frank Lieber here in Dallas, Texas. Bear Bryant.
You know, the Bear seems a lot looser this year, Lindsey. Winning that 315th game took a lot of pressure off of him. But, you know, one thing was interesting, that Auburn game, the players really were emotionally drained after that game. They had a lot of pressure on the players themselves. They wanted to be part of history also.
Well, they did, in fact. Shotgun formation, Lewis for Alabama. Evades tacklers. Moved it down to the 31-yard line. Schultz in there on the tackle.
You take some things for granted that time. Lewis gets the ball back there, and there's good penetration that time. Eric Holly was in there, but he just takes a step to the right. Just easy. Breaks down the sidelines, but that quickness into the pocket like that makes a difference for a quarterback between a trap, 10-yard loss, and at least a significant gain.
3rd and 13. Lewis. And it's caught at the 15-yard line by Bendrus. Bedford covering on the corner. 1st and 10 for Alabama at the Texas 15-yard line.
Here's Lewis, and Lewis shows you something here. He's throwing his sideline all the way across the field. You've got to have a strong arm to do this. This time Bendrus keeps both feet in bounds, at least one of them, and it's a good catch.
Alabama leading by a score of 7-0 and driving here in the 4th quarter. Up there in the wishbone. Fagan. Jeff Fagan from Hollywood, Florida, carrying on the play. To the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 makes it 2nd and 7. Schultz on the tackle along with Bobby Johnson. Bendrus coming back onto the field now, and Joey Jones is going off. Bendrus out to a wide left. Started there. Stopped at the 14 by Ed Williams. Loss of 2. 3rd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
So Bruce Schultz was in on that play again. There's a guy with great speed. He's got the size and range also. He's 6'6", 240 pounds, and he's got to be a prospect, Lindsey. He's got 9 sacks this year. He's intercepted the pass, and he's been a factor all day, in and out of the backfield when he's blitzing and also containing those end runs. He did a nice job there along with Williams.
Joey Jones came on, and now Bendrus is sprinting to get off the field as they come up to the line. He got off all right. Lewis with a quick pitch on his second. McCrouch, the tight end. Behind the line to Shovel. The pitch pass behind the line. Hatchett made the tackle.
That's the Shovel pass. It's a completed forward pass. He sprinted out to his left. And here's Kraut coming inside. The ball's pitched inside and kind of fools people. John Haynes didn't know where the ball was. He tried to get a hand on Kraut, but Kraut got inside and was good enough for the first. Well, it's not quite. It's 4th and 2.
4th and 2, and Alabama's taking a timeout. They've got a double tight end in there, but Alabama takes a timeout. 4th down and 2 yards to go when play is resumed, and they got the ball down at the 7-yard line. Now the Crimson Tide is getting Peter Kim ready. They're getting Peter Kim, their kicker, ready. 12 and a half minutes left to play in the game here at the Cotton Bowl.
I had a chance to talk to Fred Akers, Lindsey, and they have a man-to-man concept. Texas does. They don't always play man-to-man. We discussed it before the game.
Well, we can't just line up there and play man-to-man every time. We're going to have to protect our corners with some deep zone coverage behind them and hopefully disguise it and mix it up enough that we can stay with our pure man-to-man as much as we want when we want it. But that's our style of play.
Peter Kim attempting a 24-yard field goal. Kim attempting here now to add 3 points to the 7 points that Alabama has. And it's good. Kim, the young man from Honolulu, has added a 24-yard field goal for Alabama. The Crimson Tide goes out in front by a score of 10-0. And it comes with 12 minutes, 27 seconds remaining to be played. Barry Sanders is going to kick it off now. That's he right there for Alabama. Marshall and Jerry Gray have dropped back deep to receive it. While the Texas Longhorns are now down by 10 points with 12:27 to play. Here comes Sanders. Fielded short at the 16-yard line. Returned to the 20, to the 30, to the 35, and on up to the 40-yard line by Jitter Fields. Jitter Fields took it short, stopped by Simon.
That's good field position for Texas. I guess this was intentional, Lindsey, but no, the way he kicked that ball, it looks like maybe he just shanked it. They didn't want to give Texas this kind of field position. They've been kicking the ball off pretty well, but Texas up to the 40-yard line, and they're in pretty good shape right now.
Robert Brewer is still the quarterback. Terry Orr and Rodney Tate have come into the ballgame as running backs now for Texas. Terry Orr and Rodney Tate. Brewer trying to run it. Hits the sideline at the 42. Picked up 2 yards on the scamper. Russ Wood from Elba, Alabama. Ran him out.
Well, that's the time to throw. They've got the 3 men up front coming and only 1 linebacker, so Brewer has some time. Robert just can't find anybody downfield, so he breaks up the middle for 2 or 3 yards. On the must-pass situations, though, Alabama's bringing the entire kitchen sinks coming at him, so he's not having much of a chance. They've got to throw in the running situations. They've got to hit some big plays to get back in this football game.
Brewer went over to get his play. He's got Walsh to the left side and Donnie Little right. The tight end is Lawrence Hamilton. Little is going to be marked at the 49-yard line of Alabama. Jeremiah Castile on the tackle.
First down.
It's a 1st and 10 at the 49.
It's a sideline route to Little, out to the outside. Little does get the first down, barely by a yard, but before he's hit by Castile. Little is a former quarterback. He's got excellent hands. Today he's grabbed balls that have been high. He's grabbed a few low passes, but he's got excellent hands and good concentration. He's adapted that wide receiver position very well.
Texas across into Alabama territory now in an I formation. Here they come again. They did indeed, and Brewer never had a chance. He's dropped at the 44-yard line by Russ Wood and Randy Edwards.
That just seems when Alabama knows Texas is going to throw, they can pretty well put the clamps on Brewer inside and outside. He can't even scramble anywhere. They're just all over the place. You see the safety number 15 Wilcox is in there just to make sure that somebody picks him up and springs someone else free.
2nd and 17 at the 44-yard line. Score. Incomplete to Donnie Little.
I didn't mean to jinx Little. But that ball was right there, and that's the kind of catch that Little's made all day. And in fact, that was an excellent throw by Brewer, one of his better throws. He gets the ball high, maybe a tad behind Little. No, it's right there. He just dropped the football. He's coming back saying, Robert, give me the ball again. I'm sorry.
3rd and 17. Little's in a wide left. middle. And it's completed. Taken by Herky Wall. First and 10. Texas at the Alabama 30.
Well, those inside routes are there. Alabama, when they don't blitz, they're back in the zone. They got the safeties deep. The cornerbacks are up, and that deep middle area is there. And Brewer is just drilling that ball right in the center of the field and throwing the ball very well. The Herky Walls knew he was going to get hit hard, but yet he concentrates right here. Caught the ball between everybody, and bam, and he still maintained possession, and big first down for Texas.
Brewer has been unable to get the signal for the next play from the sideline. Brewer kept looking and shaking his head until finally took a timeout. So Brewer walked over to the sideline. They were wig-wagging the play to him, but he couldn't get it clearly, so he called a timeout. When they resume, it'll be first and 10, Texas at the Alabama 30. Alabama leading 10-0. Alabama's leading 10-0. The Texas Longhorns are driving here at the Cotton Bowl. They have it first down, 10 yards to go at the 30-yard line. Freddie Akers, head coach of the Texas Longhorns, trying to get something on the scoreboard, get right back into the ball game. Here with 10 minutes, 36 seconds left to play. Robert Brewer quarterbacking the Longhorns. Duhon is in the wide left. He's in there, the wide receiver. Number 7. Brewer. Duhon, short. One hop, incomplete.
Well, Brewer rushed his throw that time. Duhon had the play to the outside, but Brewer just rushed it and put the ball behind him.
Watch it, him right here.
Second down. 10 yards to go for Texas.
Texas has moved the football, as we mentioned earlier, on big plays and good drives, but they've always stopped themselves once they've got near that 30-yard line. This is a series they need to do something with the football and get some points.
Duhon came out. Herky Walls back in the wide left. And it's incomplete to the tight end, Sampleton. Lawrence Sampleton, the tight end. Warren Lyles putting pressure on the passer.
Well, Sampleton was open. A lot of pressure this time on Brewer, but the pass protection was a little bit better, but the pressure was there. He got the ball. He rushed a little bit, got the ball too far out in front, but Sampleton was open, broke to the inside. Nice move on Wilcox. He faked it to the right, came back inside, got Wilcox turned around, but Brewer rushed the throw, and the ball's too far out in front.
Third down and 10 yards to go. Sampleton Little, double to the left side. Little in motion. Now timeout again. Timeout called again.
Well, he saw the blitz. He saw Wilcox gave away the blitz a little bit early, and he didn't like the play, and he called the timeout. Those are costly. When you're behind 10-0 in the fourth quarter, you can't waste timeouts if you have to come back.
So when play is resumed, it'll be third down, 10 yards to go for Texas, and they'll have the ball at the Alabama 30-yard line. Texas with the ball, third down, 10 yards to go at the Alabama 30. Alabama leading in the game by a score of 10-0. 10 minutes, 28 seconds left to play.
This is where it's interesting. Alabama's best pass defense has been the blitz. So Texas has got to be ready for the blitz. They should have a play on that they can take advantage of the blitz.
Robert Brewer, the quarterback, Little in motion back toward the inside. Now the quarterback draw, and he's up the middle. Look at Brewer go. He may go touchdown. Touchdown.
Exactly what they did, Lindsey.
They did, in fact, take advantage of the blitz. He was wide open as he got through there and scampered in for 30 yards and a Texas touchdown.
Well, they were coming, too. They were coming from the outside, and the inside, there was one good block. From the inside, there was nobody else there.
Perfect play called by Freddie Akers. Perfect execution.
Watch the block on Lyle right there by Babb. He pushes him to the outside. Everybody else is coming to from the outside. The blitz was on the outside people, but the inside was cleared away by Babb when he blocked Lyle.
Raul Alegre with the conversion. Raul Alegre converts. So Texas gets 7 points on the scoreboard. Oh, now, with 10 minutes, 22 seconds left to play in the game, it is now Alabama 10 and the University of Texas Longhorns 7. Raul Alegre has teed it up at the 40-yard line. And Joey Jones has dropped back deep, standing a yard deep in the end zone. We have a 10-7 ball game and a lot of time to play here in the 46th annual Cotton Bowl. Chased over. Joey Jones, 5-yard deep from run it out, touchback.
Oh, that's good. You really like that when you're on the specialty team, run down on those kickoffs. You want your kicker to kick in the end zone. Buy him dinner after the game when he does that.
So now Alabama will try to move the football and kill the clock. Texas, of course, will try to hold and get the football. Fun and excitement at the Cotton Bowl. Sellout crowd here this afternoon.
Well, this is the series that tests Alabama. The momentum, you can feel it swing over to Texas. They're excited. All their players are standing on the sidelines. The only way you keep a team quiet is to move the football, get a few first downs. So Alabama's got their job right now.
Referee is stopping play. Over to talk to Walter Lewis.
What that was all about.
I wonder. Now he is talking to the Texas Longhorns. This crowd is really alive. Whatever it was, there's no walk-off, and we proceed 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Getting the fullback, Ricky Moore. He got 2 yards to the 22.
Well, these were interesting times when you can feel that defense as fired up as Texas is, and you're over there on offense, you're thinking, boy, we've got to come up with the play to get the first down, and that'll change it around. I'm sure Walter Lewis has got this in his mind right now. We've got to do it. We've got to get that play. We've got to get that first down to get this momentum back in Crimson Tide's favor.
Vendros has gone off, and Joey Jones is in there. Lewis has the ball. He keeps it. Across the 30 for a first down. Fumble, and the ball got away. The scramble is on.
I think the officials are going to blow it dead, Lindsey.
Looks as though they will at the 32, in which case it'll be a first down.
Now, Lewis had both wide receivers out that time, and he took it upon himself. He had the 3 backs in the backfield, the 2 wide receivers. I don't know if he was even going to throw that ball. He just said, hey, I'm going to go for it, get that first down, and we can't really get a good view of that.
We have a Texas man injured, so the training staff without its lighting. Jeff Lighting is getting attention from the training staff. Whistle was blown, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 32, Alabama's ball. Alabama 1st and 10. Just short of their own 32-yard line. Lewis kept it as his fullback rode by. Eric Holley pulled him down as he moved out to the 33-yard line.
Again, Lewis is key in Holley, and Holley crashed down the line of scrimmage. I think Lewis wanted to pull that ball out, an option with the run or the pitch, but Holley had that play snuffed out before Lewis had a chance to even react.
Well, we all have our priorities, and sleep is one of the big ones. This fella's not asleep. Bear Bryant leads Crimson Tide up here. 2nd down and 9 yards to go at the 33. Ricky Moore stopped by John Haynes.
Jeff Lighting came off the field before, Lindsey. Looks like he might have a pinched nerve. Fine linebacker.
He's been replaced by Mark Lang. Texas defense in 81, second best in the nation. Vendros is coming back on. And the tight end, Bart Trout, is going off. They'll get a direct snap here. Walter Lewis from the shotgun. There's the ball. 40. To the 46, 1st and 10. Doug Schenkel made the hit with William Graham.
Well, the quarterback draw has been kind of special. Worked for a touchdown for Texas. And here it is for a big first down for Alabama. He just took one step back, let those linebackers start going back into their coverage, and he took off for the first down. Walter Lewis, fine passer and an excellent runner.
1st and 10 for the Tide. They lead here by a score of 10-7. Lewis to his fullback, and that's Ricky Moore from Huntsville, Alabama. 7 minutes, 50 seconds remaining to be played in the game. Bruce Schultz also in that tackle.
Well, Lewis has made 2 big first downs running the football. Got Alabama out of trouble. They were back on the 20-yard line. He got them out. Now they're at midfield with a little over 7 minutes to go with a 3-point lead.
2nd down and 6 yards to go at the 50. Lewis with a late pitch. Taken by Jeff Fagan. Graham had to stop there. Going to be marked at the 47-yard line for a gain of 3, and it'll make it 3rd down and 3 yards to go. A long 3.
Well, that was a wishbone exactly the way it was supposed to be run, offensively and defensively. Lewis pulled the ball out from the fullback. Bobby Johnson came in from the secondary to take Lewis, and Lewis had to pitch it out, and Graham was covering the pitch out.
Fendress is in a wide right for Alabama now. Lewis has still got the ball. John Haynes has him, and he's going to be about 2 yards short of a first down. Mark Lang also on the tackle.
When they're running that wishbone to this right side, it's tough. Holly's doing a good job in there, and Schultz is that linebacker we were telling you about, 6'6", 240. He's like a big defensive end, and he's got speed to go with it. But that daggone Lewis is squirmy. He still almost got the first down after being hit at the line of scrimmage.
4th and 2, and the punting unit comes on now for Alabama. They shift into deep punt formation, sending Malcolm Simmons deep. Marshall is deep to receive it for Texas. The left footer puts it up. Fair catch signal goes up. Lets the ball go. Across the end line. Touchback.
You know that, and I'm not sure of the college rule, to be very honest with you, but that Alabama guy could have caught that ball in the air on about the 2-yard line as long as there wasn't a Texas guy trying to catch it.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Texas Longhorns.
Interested spectator down here in the sidelines, John David Crow. This is Bear Bryant's only Heisman Trophy winner. Texas A&M, back in '57. You live in this part of the country. Who are you rooting for?
Well, I think I better root for the man that really deserved that trophy that I got in my house. But no, it's a great game, and it's just a great happening, really, to be down here and be part of this, because 2 great universities with such pride and tradition.
And a great finish to this football game. Let's watch it.
1st and 10 now for Texas. They have the ball at their own 20. They trail by 3 points. 5 minutes, 59 seconds to play. Brewer. Incomplete at the 40-yard line. Driving Donnie Little. Jim Bob Harris covering 2nd and 10.
The routes here, this time Sampleton really kind of gets too close to Donnie Little. They're both in the same area, but the in routes have been the big plays for Texas, and I can see him going in and breaking back out to the corner to hit a big play. They've been so successful on the inside routes that the corner's got to be open.
2nd down and 10 yards to go. Brewer. Incomplete. This time for Herky Wall. Benny Perrin covering. 3rd and 10.
Well, Brewer's reading who's ever man-to-man he's throwing the ball to, and at that time Perrin had Herky Walls man-to-man all the way on a deep sideline route, but the ball was thrown too far to the outside. Big 3rd down for Texas.
5 minutes, 51 seconds left to play in this game, and the clock starts on the snap. 3rd and 10. A little wide to the right side. Herky Walls wide to the left side. Brewer. Sableton. Lawrence Sableton, the tight end, and it's in Alabama territory at the 43-yard line. Jim Bob Harris, the defender.
Well, this time Sampleton was the play. They missed him over the middle. He came on an in route over the middle where Brewer missed him earlier in the 4th quarter. This time he broke back out to the corner on Jim Bob Harris and makes an excellent play. Actually, Harris is in pretty decent position right here, but Sampleton pulls the ball in. An excellent throw by Brewer, and even a better catch.
Lawrence Sableton from Seguin, Texas, and it is a 37-yard pickup. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. draw play. It's Terry Orr from Abilene. Jimmy Watts made the tackle on the draw. Tommy Wilcox defending also.
Well, when you run a draw play in Alabama on first down, it's kind of a guessing game. They do so much stunning inside. You just have to hope you hit the right hole. That time it was still pretty good by Lyles, and the linebackers are in pretty good shape. Robbie Jones.
Second down, 11 yards to go for Texas at the Alabama 44. Well, Bevo's had a long day.
Bevo's not going to leave now.
I don't think so. And it's completed. Taken by Rodney Tate. Rodney Tate is short of the first down by about a yard at the 34. Fitz on the tackle. Well, Bevo is properly loaded now.
Believe a big game like this, and Bevo's in the truck.
He wants to beat the traffic. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in this game. Texas trailing by 3 and driving here. Third down and a yard to go. Give it to the fullback, Terry Orr. He got the first and 10. They keep the drive alive. Robbie Jones made the tackle for Alabama. Texas first down and 10 yards to go at the Alabama 31. This crowd is really alive at the Cotton Bowl. Walls to the right side. Donnie Little to the left side. Robert Brewer, the quarterback. Robert Brewer. He's still got it, and they've got him. Russ Wood got to him. The Alabama rush pulled him down. At the 37. Time remaining, inside lower right, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And running. Second down and 16 yards to go at the 37. Little and a wide left. Brewer. And it is taken by Sabelin. Sabelin inside the 20. He's at the 18-yard line, first and 10. Lawrence Sabelin, the tight end. Stopped by Harris and Castile. Of Texas now, trailing by 3 points. First and 10 at the Alabama 18. 3 minutes, 5 seconds to play.
Boy, that was perfect timing by Brewer because Benny Perrin was waiting to the outside. That was his own defense. He thought it was man-to-man, but Perrin was outside. Wilcox was inside, and Sampleton caught the ball just before Perrin got over there, and he could have intercepted that ball, but he made the play, and it's a first down.
Out of the I formation, Robert Brewer, the quarterback. Donnie Little's in the wide right. Give it to the tailback. Taken there by Rodney Tate. Rodney Tate bounced off. Got a foot or so, and that's all. Wilcox and Al Blue in to make the tackle.
So they haven't run the, on first down, that counter play where they ran before back to the weak side. The fullback off the tackle strong. They counter back to the weak side. They're just trying to hit into that middle, and that's kind of rugged right now.
Second down and still 10 yards to go at the Alabama 18-yard line. Alabama leading by a score of 10-7. Brewer on the run, and it's caught by Donnie Little. Donnie Little is out of bounds at the 8-yard line. They spot it right there. They'll want to take a long look across the field at the possible first down. Excitement in Dallas.
He's got it about a couple of inches, Lindsey.
Well, they move the 6. It is first down and goal to go. John Walker comes into the tailback. The ball is spotted at the 8-yard line.
Just a sprint out to the left. A little again. Good hands. He pulled that ball in. Pretty good defense.
Robert Brewer went over to get his next play from Freddie Akers, his head coach. First down and goal to go at the 8-yard line. Running backs in the I formation. Give it to his fullback, and it's in there for a touchdown. Terry Orr. Terry Orr for the touchdown. Texas takes the lead. Terry Orr, a sophomore from Abilene, Texas.
Well, again, the Orr is running off the block of Mike Babb, and I guess it's one of those old cliches. You have to see the films, but for me, it looks like Babb's doing a heck of a job blocking down, and Orr gets back to the outside. Also, good block on that side by Joe Sharon, and Orr's in the end zone standing up.
Terry Orr, the sophomore fullback. First through from the 8-yard line to put Texas out in front. There's a marker down there for some purpose. And an official is coming over to talk to Freddie Akers.
Looks like they might get the players on the sidelines.
Foul. Illegal delay. Offense. Penalty assessed on the kickoff.
Illegal delay before they tried the conversion. That's all they celebrating in the end zone. It's going to cost them 5 on the ensuing kickoff.
That's right. That's what they did.
2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining to be played in this game. Conversion attempt coming now. Raul Alegre is in. He went from Mexico to Sheldon, Washington, to the University of Montana, to the University of Texas. And it's good. So the Texas Longhorns are coming back up the field with a lead of 14-10 over the Crimson Tide of Alabama. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left. Look again.
Touchdown. Here's Babb blocking down. Also, Joe Sharon is pushing everybody out of the way to that side, and there's Orr in the end zone.
So we're set for a barn burner finish here. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the Cotton Bowl. Texas 14, Alabama 10. It'll be now Texas kicking off. They have taken the lead, and Joey Jones has gone deep, and this crowd is ready for the finish here now. Paul Bear Bryant, 68 years of age, with his Alabama team, and its 23rd consecutive bowl game, a record. He realized coming in he had a shot at a possible national championship, depending, of course, on what happens to teams like Clemson and Georgia. Ahead of him in the national rankings, Joey Jones has dropped back deep. Bryant was also trying for another record, 7 consecutive bowl victories in 7 consecutive years, something no team has ever done. But Texas has taken the lead now. The Longhorns realized coming in they had a possible shot at the national championship. So it's all come down to this. 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Joey Jones chases over. He's got it at the 1-yard line. Joey Jones to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 40. Finally goes down at the Texas 37-yard line. What a run back by Joey Jones, who was finally stopped by Mike Luck. So now Alabama will try to take it all the way in.
Well, a little unknown fact right here is that 5-yard penalty. That ball would have been into the end zone. They might have had a touchback, but that 5-yard penalty assist on the kickoff allowed him to run the ball back. And that's a big 5 yards because he brings the ball back well into Texas territory at the 38-yard line.
62-yard kickoff return. 62, first and 10 at the 38-yard line now. Lewis, the quarterback, the referee, is coming in to stop play.
Captain Schultz. Captain Schultz.
He wants to talk to Captain Schultz.
Now you're going to have to appeal to the crowd on this one. That's the second one. If I stop it one more time. No, that's the second one. No, it's your home team. All right, now you make an appeal to the crowd.
The referee is telling the Texas captain that as the home team, he wants him to appeal to the crowd to lessen the noise here in the Cotton Bowl.
Now, sir.
How come we can hear it and they can't?
Well, that's my judgment there.
Well, listen, that's like I tell our quarterback, don't pay attention, you go on, because we can hear.
Well, it's the second time I've stopped.
Well, what are you trying to tell me?
I'm trying to tell you if I have to stop.
Referee Don Safford from the Atlantic Coast Conference telling Freddie Akers he's not to appeal to the crowd. Akers is appealing to the crowd to be quiet. Joey Jones working on his leg there.
We're going to go on the snap.
The referee was saying it's the second time he had to stop play because of the crowd level here at the Cotton Bowl. Now we continue. First down and 10 yards to go. Alabama at the Texas 38, 1:54 on the clock. Lewis going long. And it is intercepted at the 1-yard line. Intercepted by Texas. William Graham. William Graham, who led in interceptions for Texas during the season with 7, has picked it off, and Texas gets the ball at the 1-yard line.
Well, that's interesting. I'd like to see this back. It was a great interception, but I wondered if he wasn't carried into the end zone. This is going to put the ball on the 1-yard line, and Alabama's got some timeouts left. Here's the ball in between the two defenders. defenders, but Graham comes over and makes a heck of a play right here, and he was on the 1-yard line, and he was stopped and then knocked into the end zone. Good call by the official.
The first interception of the ball game. He had 7 during the regular season. This is the 3rd time in 4 years that the Cotton Bowl game has been decided in the last 3 minutes of play. Texas is leading 14-10. Texas has the ball first and 10 at the 1-yard line.
Well, that's only the 4th interception in 2 years against Alabama. They've had 2 this year, 1 last year. They don't throw the ball a great deal, but they've still thrown the ball over 100 times this year with 2 interceptions, and this is their 3rd, and a costly one.
So now we have a timeout. Members of the training staff have come onto the field. 1 minute, 47 seconds left to play. First and 10 at the 1 for Texas. That timeout was taken by Texas, and now they have the ball first and 10 at the 1-yard line. Clock will start on the snap. 1 minute, 47 seconds left to play. Texas 14, Alabama 10. What an afternoon this crowd has had here at this Cotton Bowl game. It's been that kind of a day and perfect weather for the playing of the 46th annual Cotton Bowl.
Alabama's got 2 timeouts left. They wasted one early, and that could be costly, but they do have 2 left.
They just let the quarterback keep it out of the power eye. Robert Brewer diving for it. Steve Booker there on the stop with others.
Well, what a story for that young man, number 16 right there. He was a walk-on from Richardson High School here in Dallas, Texas. Walked on, fine athlete, good quarterback at Richardson, but he wasn't a scholarship player at Texas. He was given a scholarship. He earned it. And he's come on to perform well, over 200 yards today, Lindsey, 12 out of 21. He's been a big factor in this football game.
Alabama took that time out to stop the clock with 1:40. You got to look at Brewer going over to the sideline for a session with his coach, Freddie Akers. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Ball at the 2. That crew works better than it sings. It's taken now. The ball is by Robert Brewer.
I thought that was a Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Less 1 or 2. Warren Lyles and Robbie Jones on the tackle. Again, Alabama stops the clock with the timeout. Bear Bryant trying to pull out every strategy stop he knows right here to get that football back and see if he can win one in the closing seconds of the ball game. Of course, Bear Bryant is one of the most discussed sports figures in America, one of the most prominent. If you wonder who's making the decisions over there right now, it's Paul Bryant.
You know, the statistic that he's got 45 pupils or former players or what have you, assistant coaches or now head coaches or have been head coaches is pretty amazing in itself.
He makes them want to coach. Brewer now dives it up there for about 1 more yard. Warren Lyles and Mike Rodriguez converging. So it'll be 4th down. 1:25 on the clock and it's running. So they look up at the 30-second clock now. It has 20 seconds on it. They don't want to get in too big a hurry here with 4th down coming up now. The punting team is sent out, and just now.
They'll probably even take a penalty here. It'll be half the distance to the goal.
Which won't matter much. John Goodson is the punter, and I think they're going to stay in there. 1 second, and that'll cost them 5 right now. The delay. The game clock is down to 56 seconds. It won't start again until the snap. Delay of game will cost them half the distance.
On the 2-yard line.
You know, you think about a safety, but it wouldn't be a smart play here because that would put Alabama within a field goal of winning the game. If it would have been a 5-point difference, of course, a safety would be a smart play.
Jeremiah Castile is deep. Castile is the man who's back to field the punt at the 45 Alabama. Normally it would be Jones. And now they're going to take the safety. They're going to take the safety.
I'll be doggone. That's how much I know.
There you go.
I thought about the safety, but
and he takes it. 48 seconds.
That 2-point swing, of course, they got a lot of confidence in their defense, so they get a chance to punt from the 20, so they probably save themselves almost 30 yards in field position. And instead of taking the gamble of losing the game on a touchdown, they gamble a little bit here on a field goal. But again, they have a lot of confidence in their defense, and no timeouts left from Alabama. I guess that was a pretty good decision.
Well, that's the other consideration, the fact that they now have put themselves in a position where they can be beaten by the field goal, and that is a consideration.
And I'm sure they thought about that.
They get the free kick, of course, from the 20-yard line. They can put it in play in any manner. It's usually punted because there's no rush. Of course, the restraining line is 10 yards in advance of the kicker. So Alabama is huddling. Texas is huddling to see how they're going to play the last 48 seconds of the Cotton Bowl game in Dallas, Texas, with Texas leading 14-12. deep. There he is. You saw Joey Jones getting worked on along the sidelines after his tremendous return of the kickoff. So Castile is now in there as the kick return man. They got Bendrus up there in the middle, ready to get anything that might be short or bounced up there.
This Peter Kim is a pretty darn good field goal kicker, Lindsey. He's 15 out of 20. Of course, he's kicked one today, and he's 4 for 4 between the 40 and the 49-yard line.
Castile at the 24-yard line to the 30, 35, 40. Stacked up at the 40-yard line. So Alabama has the ball first and 10 at the Alabama 40. And the clock says 43 seconds left to play in this game. Alabama trailing by 2 points. Bobby Mitchell is downfield to make the tackle.
They could probably get one big play in over the middle. Then they'd have to run up and throw the ball out of bounds. And then from there, they'd have to start getting out of bounds to stop the clock to give them a chance for a field goal. So they're in a pretty tough situation right now without those timeouts.
Bendrus and Clark, wide receivers. Walter Lewis repeating. Lewis is back to the Texas defense. He dropped the ball. Going to be blown dead, I think. Going to be blown dead, I think. Diola. Kiki Diola got to him. It was blown dead at the 32-yard line, but the clock is running. 27 seconds and running. At the 32-yard line. Second down and 18. Lewis. Stepping up. He doesn't have a lot of time. He's going to now come back to the inside, and that's a mistake as far as the clock's concerned.
Well, that was a mistake. He had a chance to cut back inside. If he would have beat the two defenders there, he would have got back out of bounds again. That wasn't a good decision.
2 seconds. 1 second, and the game is over. The game is over. Lewis took the ball, tried to pop it outside to stop the clock. They had no timeouts left. They had no timeouts left. And so as Lewis popped it over there, the game already had ended. This is Lindsey Nelson for Roger Staubach and Frank Lieber saying so long from the Cotton Bowl. Once again, the final score was Texas 14, Alabama 12.